Welcome to the Manifesting Formula. I'm Christine Rizzo. Throughout this podcast, we have talked a lot about the many tips and secrets to manifesting. But there's one thing I know I haven't touched on enough, and I think it's one of the most important steps when it comes to manifesting: the art of letting go. This is the number one action that is missing for so many people: releasing the grip, allowing, surrendering yourself, not caring so much, channeling your inner goddess, and letting it all go. So keep listening, my friends, to find out all the tips and secrets to releasing and letting go. Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you all doing this week? We had two very big holidays this past week: Passover and Easter. If any of you celebrate either of those two holidays, I hope you had a magical day filled with so much love and laughter. So today we are going to get into why it's so important to letting all the shit go and all the resistance that you have been holding on to when manifesting. But before we get into today's topic, I wanted to come from a place of gratitude, a place of love. This is one of my favorite parts of each episode. You can never run out of things to be thankful for. I mean, seriously, never. There are so many things to thank. So let's go deeper, my friends. Let's really think about something that you are truly grateful for. It doesn't have to be big in any way. It could be something that you were so grateful for that someone created, and now you have the opportunity to use it in your life. So tell me, what is it that you're grateful for today? Feel the love. Feel the joy when you think about it. Feel all those good vibrations. Today, I'm grateful for online shopping. I love it. I don't go shopping a lot. I used to back in the day. It was my fix for feeling better. It was my distraction. And I thought, if I just buy a few things, I will feel so much better. Now, yes, at the time I did. I had new things to look at and to love. But then a few days or weeks later, those things weren't new anymore, and I would need to go back and buy more. I didn't deal with the real problem back then, trying to fill the void of not having enough. Today, that isn't the case, thankfully. I let that go, but I am truly grateful for the convenience of buying online and everything being at my fingertips to purchase when I need to. So thank you for online shopping for so many reasons. I appreciate everything that it offers me. Get those journals out. It's time to write down a few quotes to your growing list. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Number 2, fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of yourself. Number 3, when you accept that you're exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment and that you have all you need, miracles happen. And number 4, learn to not give a damn. You will be so much happier. Before we jump into today's episode, I wanted to read you a message that one of our listeners left me on Facebook Messenger. This message came from Leanne Macefield in January, and then she wrote me again 1 month later, and this is what she wrote. Hi, I've just found your podcast, and I'm listening to it intently. Manifesting seems to be something that my inner goddess was always trying to tell me to do, yet I never knew why I thought the way I did. I was always told I was too positive. Anyway, it is incredible. I love it, and I'm super thankful I have found it and that you made it. So today I'm grateful for you and your podcast. I am learning new skills and knowledge every day, and I love it. So if no one has told you today, I love you. Her next message was a month later. Christine, I absolutely had to tell you this. So I've been intently learning through your podcast, as you know. Anyway, my car was on its way out. So I sincerely gave thanks for the car that I have and the car that I'm going to have, which I had not heard of yet. Someone just told me about them. My eldest has a wheelchair, so I needed it to be on what they call Motability. So I put one on my vision board. Anyway, not last Friday, but the Friday before, I just felt that I needed to go and smell it, see it, check it out. So after the school run with my husband, we went along to Nissan to look at it. The wheelchair fit. It looked great. The man came out and I explained that I was aware there was a very long wait for cars at the moment, some as long as 12 months. So could he tell me how long it would be if we were to order one? He came back and said, though this never happens, they have the exact one I asked for in the showroom waiting to be purchased, as someone had just canceled their order. So 4 days later, we collected the car. And guess what? It is the exact one and the exact color that was on my vision board and the one that I had been manifesting and thanking my creator for bringing to me. I am still learning every single day and intently listen to your podcast, usually once in the car, then again with my journal. I love this life that I create, but I just had to tell you this. Great things are happening. Wow. Thank you, Leanne, for both of your messages. Pretty amazing that we were able to do when we set our intentions and allow the universe to bring us what we are wanting. Leanne could have not jumped on the car situation. She could have come up with excuses, but she didn't. She grabbed the opportunity right in front of her and she went for it. The universe knew what she was looking for and placed it right in front of her. Leanne manifested that. She let go of the resistance and allowed, which is the topic of today's episode. Okay, let's get into this week's episode. So, throughout this podcast, we have talked a lot about the many tips and secrets to manifesting. But there is one thing that I know I haven't touched on enough, and I think it's one of the most important steps when it comes to manifesting: the art of letting the fuck go. That's right, you heard me correctly. Being able to let the fuck go, releasing the grip, allowing, not caring so much, channeling your inner goddess, and letting it all go. This is the ultimate contradiction when it comes to manifesting. We need to have enough desire to manifest, but not too much that you start resisting your desires. I know I have told you this many times, but I need to clarify. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't know how to manifest or that manifesting doesn't work. You are always manifesting. The reason why you don't see it working or that you think you don't know how to, because there are certain parts of manifesting that you may not be doing correctly. Remember, it's about intentionally focusing on whatever it is that you want and then believing so strongly that the universe is going to give you what you are asking for. Letting it go, not trying to control, and letting the universe do its only job it knows how to do. Manifesting is natural. Every one of us is manifesting all of the time. Your life is a reflection of what you've manifested. And by talking about this with you, pointing things out and giving it attention is to help you become aware of how you are impacting what you are manifesting and how you are doing it. By showing you that what you have created yourself through manifesting, it will allow you to step out of the victimhood and step into owning your circumstances. That is where your power comes from, taking responsibility of your life today. Playing the victim is a choice. It's a choice that is made every day, a choice to live in resistance. Really, it's the ultimate resistance because I think playing the victim is one of the lowest vibrations you can be on. And when you play the victim, you accept that vibration and find more reasons to be a victim. This is all a mindset shift, which significantly impacts your energetic level and keeps you attracting and manifesting more of what you don't want. Remember, when we think certain thoughts that keep us on a certain frequency, we can only attract more thoughts, people, circumstances, and events that are on that same frequency level. We can't attract to us anything on a higher frequency until we change our mindset. When it comes to manifesting, you can't out-visualize a shitty negative mindset. You will just continuously manifest who you are and the thoughts you're having. Manifesting is a natural gift that we were all born with, but you need to make sure it is working with you, for you, in flow, not against you, by causing yourself more pain. You can manifest way more good in your life by getting into alignment and by letting the fuck go to the grip you are holding so tightly onto. As you think about creating, remember, like I mentioned earlier, you are already doing it. It is already a natural gift of yours, but it's either worked for or against you based on your positive or negative mindset. Are you someone who thinks life happens to you or for you? Do you complain about what's going on in your life, about other people, about your circumstances to anyone who will listen? If what I just mentioned triggers you, listen to the message right there. You want to pay attention to the areas of your life that trigger you. What part of you doesn't like this message? I am telling you, and ask yourself, why? You can either choose live your life as a victim or you can choose live your life as a creator. But unfortunately, you cannot be both. If you choose creator, you are choosing to believe that life is always working for you, that your life will unfold for you exactly how it needs to, when it needs to, and that it may not always be how you think it needs to be, but that you trust it's working out exactly how it's meant to. This is the art of doing the work, and today's message in this episode, letting go. Manifesting is not pretending everything is fine when you just lost your dream job, or when you and your business partner don't see eye to eye on anything, or even when you're not able to pay your mortgage. It is knowing and trusting that everything is happening for a reason, the good and the bad. As humans, we're here to experience both. We chose to experience life and emotions. It's how we grow and evolve as humans. This life is supposed to challenge us to learn certain lessons. How those lessons show up is not up to us. So let them go and stop resisting them. When we resist and fight them, trying to control, they will continue to show up again and again until you learn the damn lesson. Everything that happens to you has a message for you, or it allows you to impact someone else who needs to hear the message. Accept what is as a part of life happening for you, not to you. To learn from. Manifesting requires you to become what it is you want to manifest before you can have it. It requires you to set your intentions and ask for what you want, but without asking for it too much. Passionately knowing what your life is going to look like and stepping into the trust that it's coming without being needy. The ultimate challenge most people run into is not living in flow, having resistance, and not knowing how to let go. For me, this is a lesson that I need to revisit from time to time. And to this day, nothing has taught me more about surrendering to the universe than the day I was truly tested, where one thing after the other happened like a snowball effect. And I just laughed and kept laughing. A few years ago, it happened to be toward the end of the month when most police officers are waiting to write out as many tickets as they can so they can fill their quota for the month. I was listening to one of my favorite audiobooks, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I wasn't paying much attention to the speed limit because I was so wrapped up in listening to Jen speak. I was in my own little world on autopilot, headed to work. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I see this man dressed in a sheriff's uniform practically jump in the middle of the road, signaling with his arms to pull over. I first looked around thinking maybe there was another car he was signaling to. Nope, he was referring to me. This wasn't really a surprise to me since I'm a fast driver. I just didn't realize I was driving that fast that I needed to get pulled over. I was too in the moment laughing while listening to Jen to even notice. Well, by this time, I wasn't really laughing anymore. I was more like, shit. I was trying to set my intentions quickly by telling myself, it's okay, Christine. You're not going to get a ticket. Yeah, well, that manifestation didn't work. Unfortunately, my skills weren't as quick back then. As he came back to my car, I saw the ticket, but he was kind enough to give me a really big break. Instead of the $300 ticket that I should have gotten for speeding 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, he gave me a ticket for 5 miles per hour over the limit. That's a $150 break. Yes! I couldn't stop thanking the universe for the ticket that I did wind up getting. My friends, I drove away and I wasn't upset at all, not one bit. I was grateful for the ticket that I did get. I know that sounds funny, but it could have been for $300, and it wasn't. I also knew that it really was my fault because I wasn't paying attention. That morning, I arrived at work and went about my day. I picked up the mail and noticed two envelopes addressed to me, one from the city of Orlando and the other from the state of New York. The one from the city of Orlando was a notice of a violation for going through a red light a few weeks ago. The envelope from the state of New York was for going through a toll that you were supposed to mail your payment in. My $5 toll payment turned into $50, and my going through a red light fine was $158. I was now at a $358 deficit, and it was only 10 a.m. Oh my gosh. I was just shaking my head laughing because how is this even happening to me? A few hours later, I decided to go on my bank app to check my funds, knowing I would have to pay for all of my mistakes that morning. Right there, the first thing I see is a $200 debit charge to a store that I never frequent. Now I was laughing harder than I thought I ever could, especially over something like this. But I couldn't help it because I knew exactly why this was happening. Yes, my friends, the universe has a sense of humor for sure. She definitely did that day. The universe tests us all. The universe wants to see how we are going to react when difficult situations come into our life. Are we going to get upset and throw a tantrum, blaming everybody and everything? Or are we going to accept and allow, surrender to what happened, and take responsibility by being accountable for our actions? There was not one bit of resistance. I mention the story because the biggest thing people forget to do when they're trying to manifest is to surrender, to allow the universe to take control and work for you, to step into the identity, know what you are, and then go into flow, to release and live without resistance. So many of us can't seem to let go of the control. We want to have a say in the how or the what without having any idea what is best for us. We have to be patient. We have to trust. We have to let go. If you feel like you're doing everything right and you're so frustrated because you're not attracting to you what you want, then what I'm about to tell you is especially for you. Take notice of what manifests when you surrender to the will of the universe. When you stop fighting the universe for control, you allow the things that are meant for you to flow to you without resistance. Surrender yourself. Surrender yourself. Surrender yourself. I cannot say this enough. This is the number one action that is missing from so many people's journeys. Yes, set an intention. Yes, give it positive energy. Give it love. Yes, you want to visualize your how you need to feel and your ideal life. But the most important is that you need to let go of the how. You need to let go of the need to control. You need to learn to release the resistance and allow. Let go and allow the universe. Let go and allow God. Let go and allow our Creator to do its job. Too many of us struggle to manifest what we want because we care too damn much. We can't let go. We won't let go. Manifesting is a giant contradiction. You have to want it, but not desperately. You have to ask for what you want, see it, feel it, ask for it, give it energy, become it. But then you have to let it go, walk away, and know that the universe is working on it for you. Do not micromanage the universe. If you've been trying your hardest at manifesting and you're not getting anywhere, try letting go, releasing, having a knowing that it is coming, trusting, believing. This is why we talk about acting as if so much. If you become the identity of someone who already has what you're asking for, then you wouldn't need to micromanage. You would just know that it's coming, and you would walk around with that confidence until it shows up in your life. It wouldn't matter because you know it's coming. When we act desperate, it's a form of scarcity, and the universe defines this energy as needy, lacking, and negative. Too much desire leads to scarcity. There is a fine balance when it comes to attracting. So, this, my friends, is your tip and secret for today: to allow, to let go, and to get into a state of flow so you are not in any state of resistance. Thank you all for listening to the Manifesting Formula, and thank you for telling your friends and family how much you enjoy listening to this podcast. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love, peace, and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. Now go out there without any resistance and start manifesting. See you next week. Bye. What we teach you at the Life Coach Academy is more than a program. It's an experience that changes your life. Through this unique program, you will discover who you really are, and in turn, you will help your clients become who they've always wanted to be. Coaching is more than a career. It's a calling. Our program is founded on the formula of life, love, and gratitude. We go above and beyond to make sure that when you certify with us as a life and spiritual coach, you have not only transformed to your best self, but you have everything you need to become the best in your career. We give you far more than a certification. We give you a proven method that works. We integrate life coaching, energy, intuition, and spirituality all in one very comprehensive program. The experience you will go through is transformational. So, are you ready for a whole new life?